In this video, we're going to be talking about counting 16th notes in groups of fours. So we haven't talked about 16th notes in detail up to this point. I'm going to start by comparing it to something that we should be familiar with now. So we know about eighth notes as each syllable corresponds to a down or an up beat. So if we listen to the metronome, we have 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4 tay, 1, corresponding to down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, so I'm going to program the metronome to keep track of those for me. I'm going to put eighth notes on the metronome. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay, 4 tay, 1. That way the metronome is constantly playing the eighth notes that I was singing right before. Now let's go ahead and compare eighth notes to our new rhythm that we're learning today, which is groups of 4 16th notes. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in right here for a moment. So let's choose a different color. Let's say blue. So 16th notes. Actually, let's use pink. So 16th notes shown here at the bottom are they look just like eighth notes in the sense that they have a beam at the top. But the difference is that they have a second beam. If they have two beams like this connecting the stems of each note, that makes them 16th notes. So when you have 16th notes, right now they're grouped in groups of 4. And I would like to point out that you can also see, like they said, they're grouped in 4. There's 4 groups of 16th notes in one measure of 4/4. Meaning that where we used to have a group of 2 eighth notes, we now have 4 16th notes. So we're going to be playing twice as many notes in the space of one beat. Where before we had 2 eighth notes, 1, 2, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 16th notes. So that means that some of them are going to line up. So you can see right here that beat 1 is going to line up with beat 1 of the 16th notes. And the tay of 1 is going to line up with tay of the 16th notes. So if we're going to add 2 extra notes in this beat evenly spaced apart, the other 2 notes in the 16th notes are going to fit right in between each of those notes. So they're kind of like mini upbeats. So you can go ahead and refer with me down to the 16th notes here on the bottom. I'm going to write in the new syllables that we're going to learn. So 1, ti, tay, ta. And this is important to know because these syllables are going to apply every time we are using 16th notes. So it's always going to be the number and then the syllable ti, tay, and ta. So let's go ahead and fill these in really quick. I'll go ahead and keep it zoomed out like this. So you have 1 ti, tay, ta. 2 ti, tay, ta. The syllables are always going to be in the same order. 3 ti, tay, ta. 4 ti, tay, ta. And then 1 because we're adding a downbeat. Okay, so all of these beats are exactly the same, except the number changes depending on what beat we're on. We're going to zoom back in to one beat, and I'm going to point a couple things out here. So we said that 1 and tay, or in other words, the number and tay always correspond to the number and the tay for the 16th notes. So I earlier had my metronome keep track of those eighth notes. 1 tay, 2 tay, 3 tay. Go ahead and listen to the metronome really quick. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so down here, I'm going to go ahead and write where the down ups belong, just for a couple of the beats of our 16th notes. Those correspond. So when we add the notes in between, we're going to put T right between the down and the upbeat. So, and ta is going to be right between the upbeat and the downbeat. So 1 T theta 2. For the moment, I'm going to go a little slower just so it's a little easier to hear. A little slower. And 1, 2. There you go. I'll count one beat. And ready and go. 1 T theta 2. Down, up, down. 1 T theta 2. 1 T theta 2. Now, you'll keep in mind, 16th notes are not just fast notes. They are a very specific speed that is exactly twice the speed of eighth notes. Let's go ahead and count one full measure of 16th notes. 1, 2, here we go. 1 T theta, 2 T theta, 3 T theta, 4 T theta, 1. And I'm going to put emphasis with my voice on the numbers just so it's a little easier to keep track of. Go ahead and try it with me. I'm going to try it a little slower one more time, and then we'll speed it up. 1, 2, here we go. 1 T theta, 2 T theta, 3 T theta, 4 T theta, 1. Okay, now a little faster. I'm going to go give us a few reps to do it a little faster each time. 1, 2, here we, one moment. And 2, and here we go. 1 T theta, 2 T theta, 3 T theta, 4 T theta, 1. A little faster. And 2, here we go. 1 T theta, 2 T theta, 3 T theta, 4 T theta, 1. Okay, 2 more in tempos. 1, 2, here we go. 1 T theta, 2 T theta, 3 T theta, 4 T theta, 1. Okay, and here's our actually, we'll go ahead and stay at that tempo for one more rep, and then we'll get some practice in the next video. 1, 2, here we go. 1 T theta, 2 T theta, 3 T theta, 4 T theta, 1.